Noswaith dda, croeso, good evening, and welcome to the Bluebirds Nest Live. Matchday 11 of the JD Cymru Premier. And I actually can't believe I'm saying this, but tonight's fixture has seen us travel all the way up the West Wales coast to the northwest into Gwynedd, and we are here set up in Maes Tegid, facing off against Bala town. It's a 222-mile round trip on a Friday evening. You can imagine my thoughts on that one. We claimed an impressive 1-0 victory over joint leaders Cardiff Met last Friday, and with Owen Jones' second half strike securing all 3 points at the LHP Stadium in Carmarthen, we'll be looking to pick up a couple more points this evening. Tonight's home side, known as the Lakesiders, due to the almighty Maes Tegid Lake, just a short distance away here, were held to a 2-2 draw last weekend at newly promoted Britain Ferry Llansawel. Ross White given Bala the early lead before Ferry fought back to lead 2-1, but an own goal from Ferry's captain just a couple of minutes into the second half took the spoils were shared at Old Road that afternoon. The most recent meeting between Haverfordwest County and Bala Town came back in January. On that occasion, the Gwynedd side were winners 3-2 in a very much a roller coaster contest, that one, that I think many of us still have nightmares about. Bala equalised on that occasion with 4 minutes of normal time remaining, but there was still time for 3 more goals. Ewan Roberts made it 2-1 in the 6th minute of added time before Ben Fawcett found a late consolation goal almost, because Luke Wall in the 99th minute settled the helter-skelter affair at the Oggy Bridge Meadow, which obviously meant we did then go on to miss the top 6 during last year's Phase 1 into Phase 2. Bluebirds currently, though, find themselves 3rd in the standings, whilst the Lakesiders just 1 place behind us and just 2 points separating both teams. A victory tonight could see us move up to 2nd if results go our way across the weekend. Before we get into tonight's action, I think it's only fitting to also communicate that as a club and the wider community of Haverfordwest County, we were all deeply saddened this week to learn of the passing of Raymond Pennock, the father of first-team manager Tony. Raymond himself was a fine goalkeeper for St Joseph's and Carmarthen, to name a few clubs. True family man, and our thoughts have been with Tony's mum, Tony himself, brother Ray, and obviously Tony's children, Alex and Georgia, as well as the entire Pennock family and friends at this sad time. I believe black armbands are being worn by the gents tonight, which will be a great tribute to a great man. Tony is here with us tonight at Maes Tegid, and he has rotated his started 11 somewhat. So I'm really pleased to say that not since May the 13th, 2023, has a certain Dylan Rees started a game for Haverfordwest County. And tonight the skipper returns to the team alongside Ben Fawcett, who also starts. Let's go through the teams then. In goal, Zach Jones. Captain and number 5, Dylan Rees. Lee Jenkins, Corey Shepherd, Ben Fawcett, Alaric Jones, Kyle McCarthy, Greg Walters, Owen Jones, Jacob Owen, and Luke Tabone, who has again been selected by the Maltese national squad and will go on international duty in the coming weeks. The bench tonight then, Ivan Knott, our sub-goalkeeper. The return of Mr. Reese Abruzzese as well to the squad tonight, showing the great strength in depth that the club have this season. Ricky Watts drops to the bench, as does Harry John, Daniel John, Yori Humphreys, and for the first time this season, in somewhat a rotation, and perhaps to give him a bit of a rest after a great amount of playing time himself, Ben Amu, number 28, on the bench to begin with this evening. The home side, keeper Joel Torrance, captain Nathan Peat, Aaron Edwards, Nathan Burke, Joe Malkin, Dan Malone, Osebi Abadaki, Kieran Lloyd, Christian Norton, Ross White, and Kyle Harrison. Officials this evening, in the middle, Thomas Owen, and is assisted by Ian Bird and James Shields. And the fourth official, Connor Charlton Fleming. Teams are out, and pre-match formalities are underway. This evening we are broadcasting live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. We're also streaming live on the sports broadcast website, Cymru Sport, as well. So a warm welcome to you all. I can see we've already got over 100 tune-in, so great to see such great support and interest in tonight's action. please, as I always do say, I really encourage us, please do get involved in the chat. Comment perhaps where you're tuning in from, your predictions for the game, or even just to say hello. Great to have some company with me for this evening that we all hope, I'm sure, is a really entertaining 90-odd minutes. Greg Walters on the centre spot, ready to get us underway. Sporting our custom-designed home kit tonight. Again, crafted by Tor Sports, proudly sponsored by Gellimore. All in blue for the Bluebirds tonight, with the home side in white shirts, black shorts, and black socks. I believe the Supporters Association bus, at the last minute, was withdrawn from action tonight. So I know a number of cars have headed up to Gwynedd, and it's great to see a good number of them who've made it here safe. The long north trip underway. Bala win back possession and have half a chance, but Lee Jenkins does well to clear it to Owain Jones. Plays it back to Greg Walters. Forward, Ben Fawcett nearly nicks it off the centre half who came to collect. It's a little bit scrappy to begin with here. Right on the halfway line. Aaron Edwards comes away with it. Through ball is won. Really well done by Lee Jenkins, the number 6. As I said about the supporters, great numbers here. Your support, I know, does mean the world to staff and players. They do notice it and they do comment on it, perhaps post-match in clubhouses and things, saying it was great to hear them in good voice. And as I said 2 weeks ago in Aber, I really do hope we can send them home with some points tonight. Evening, Adam on Facebook joining us. Fingers crossed we can bring you news of a positive result here. And I think the bookmakers actually have us slight favourites this evening, which I'm not 100% sure I agree with, because Bala themselves are a great outfit, consistently in the top 6 of the Cymru Premier, and just 2 weeks ago beat TNS at TNS. So interesting. Bala have got a corner over on the far side. Edwards has played it short. Plays a 1-2, chance to cross. Deep, free header, wide of the far post. Big chance. I think it was Pete who got on the end of that one. Big chance for Aber to open the score in there. Questions being asked amongst the Bluebirds players. It's going to be the first opportunity for Zach Jones to get his hands on the ball. As I said, mentioned TNS briefly there. I'm sure you'll all be aware of their exploits in the Europa Conference League last night over in Florence, where they lost 2-0 to Fiorentina, which, to be fair, is quite a remarkable result. Just losing by 2 goals against the Serie A team. A number of first-teamers played, and also the big hitters, Maes Tegid in particular, came on and perhaps changed the game against Craig Harrison's men. Zach's got us back underway. Here's a chance for Dylan Rees to use his head and play the ball forward. Lee Jenkins next to use his head. Again, plays forward. Bluebirds, good start. Dylan Rees clears. Fawcett, diving header, almost keeps possession for the Blues, but Bala, very quick, just to get the ball forward. Very direct team, Bala Town. Corey Shepherd back to goal, has to go back, but Aberdaki's pinched it. Remember, Aberdaki, from the last time we were here, caused carnage, we say, on this right-hand side, and he's looking to start as he carried on that day back in just before Christmas last year. First time in a long time we've played Bala, I think ever perhaps, in an evening fixture. But as I said, it's a long old trip for us this evening. I think, the players and staff bus left Haverfordwest at 2:30 this afternoon. So big thanks to all the employers of the boys who've perhaps given them an early finish on a Friday afternoon. A number of perhaps the slightly further east players and staff, including myself, then met the bus in Synodyn. Travelled up through Aberystwyth, Machynlleth, and then right through the Snowdonian district, all the way to Bala Town. Corey Shepherd, who limped off in our last fixture, declared himself fit in the week, trained. He's just had a bit of a knock there. He's just a bit tenderly getting back to his feet. Looks as if he's going to be okay to carry on. Throw in for the Blues. Goes back. Jacob Owen's gone all the way back to Zach Jones. Calmly plays it back to him. Again, distinct difference in perhaps playing styles this evening. Bluebirds looking to get it down and play football. Bala, again, received the ball. And I've just looked to the skies. It's great. Jacob Owen comes to meet the ball. Puts it straight back where it came from. Dylan Rees, 40 yards out. Strike on goal. Oh, good save by the keeper. Half a chance there from Dylan from 40-odd yards. Comfortably collected by the keeper, but just shows Dylan, who started in a central midfield position tonight alongside Greg Walters. And then you've got Corey Shepherd just up in front, behind the front two-pronged attack of Ben Fawcett and Owain Jones. Kyle McCarthy and Jacob Owen are wing-backs tonight. And then a back three, Lee Jenkins, Luke Tabone and Alaric Jones. Again, Bala look to just pump it long. Alaric Jones does well to control it and put it straight back down, just clearing the lines to stop any Bala threats of attack. Bala missing a couple of players tonight. I noticed when the lineups came up, Alex Downs and Newell in particular missing, and Lasana Mendes as well on the bench, a normal regular starter for the home side. Lee Jenkins wins his battle and gets the Blues up and into the Bala half. Bala let it go out for a throw-in on this near side. Very, very quiet Maes Tegid to begin this evening. Not a great number of people in attendance, I'm afraid. Ball again thrown down the line. It's a great clearance. Chance for Ben Fawcett. Good defending by the home side. Header straight back to the keeper's hand. Slither of a chance for Ben Fawcett to get through there, but not quite coming our way. Ball cleared by the Bala keeper then. Torrance headed backwards. I think the ball just came off the top of Alaric Jones's head there. McCarthy helps his teammate, and Alaric does this time get it away to Fawcett. Sideways to Shepherd. Good tackling by Bala. Quick to react there. Through ball by Dylan Rees doesn't quite come off for Greg to run onto. So Bala back in possession. Flag stays down for Bala, but Shepherd wins the Blues a throw over on the far side. Those of you perhaps waiting for Scorio highlights this evening, the reverse angle of what I see, I'm in the stand opposite the dugouts, as I regularly am with the away grounds, next to a little bit of a conservatory here in Maes Tegid. I was invited into the multimedia conservatory, but opted to stay outside, have a bit of atmosphere, and certainly a bit of a chill this evening. Jacob Owen plays a great one to build a bit of momentum down that far side. Just goes out for a goal kick, sorry. Great 1-2 with Owain Jones. Didn't quite come off. Goal kick Bala. But yeah, opposite the dugouts. And the Scorio crew were up on the gantry. I remember the last time we were here, it was Kelland Absalom, a former Bluebird goalkeeper, in between the sticks for Bala, and his kick-in was just enormous that day. He is now down at Western-super-Mare, I think. But Torrance, who's come in, certainly can match the distance well into the Haverfordwest half. Good 75 probably yard kick, that one. Impressive. It's quite a long pitch, Maes Tegid, but quite narrow. So hopefully Jacob Owens or maybe a Lee Jenkins throw can be a strength of ours later on in the game. White with the throw in for the home side. Falls through all the way to Zach Jones, who communicates well and comes through his defenders to pick up, and he comfortably collect the ball. Distributes to Jacob Owen, already on his bike down the far side in front of the dugouts. Goes back to Jenkins, to Walters, all the way back to Zach Jones. Takes a touch and lays it off to Jacob Owen, who does have to go down the touchline. And Bala again, first to react. It's a little bit scrappy in the middle, but good contest so far. Zach Jones, chance to clear to Fawcett on the halfway line. Great little spin by Fawcett through Walters, 35 yards out. Back to Fawcett, chance to shoot. Fawcett deflected, over to McCarthy. Chance for... the ref has blown for a head. It did. Fawcett's shot seems to be defended by a head. Understandable, but frustrated because it was just falling to McCarthy on the left-hand side of the penalty box, potentially for a first-time strike. By the time he got there, he probably would have pulled the trigger and had a shot on goal, but probably for the right reasons, but frustrating as they are. The ref blows up for a head injury. Can't quite see who it is for the home side, but he's right on the edge of the penalty box. Surely the Blues are going to have a bounce ball in possession here once it is resolved. The player facing down, lying on his stomach just on the edge of the D of the penalty box. He's having treatment from Bala's physio. It's Fiona Evans, who did actually become the Bluebirds physio for a short spell a couple of years ago. Fiona, I think former, could be current Aberystwyth Town ladies player, has been with Bala for a couple of seasons. She is still treating, I'm assuming, the centre half. Trying to work out who it is. There's a bit of movement just coming round. Yeah, there's a number of new players who've joined Bala over the summer and just trying to get used to who's who. And as I said, a bit of a rotation from Colin Caton tonight with a number of regulars missing. The home player, centre half. Good evening on YouTube to Elvin. Yeah, Adam's comment on Facebook, can't believe Humphrey's on the bench. He's been class this season. I can't deny he certainly has been class, but I think it's showing the strength of the Haverfordwest County squad this year that Pennock and Gary Richards and the staff, the coaching staff, are able to pick a rotated team regularly. It's going to be a long old season. I think it is about keeping it fresh and allowing boys their opportunities. As obviously Rhys Abruzzese joins into the conversation as well now, back from his wrist injury. Bala have been offered the drop ball, which I don't quite agree with there, but the keeper kicks it straight into touch just inside the Blues half. Alaric Jones throws to Tabone, out to Jenkins, to Dylan Rees. High up over the Bala defence. Shepherd isn't going to get there. Straight out for a goal kick. I'm struggling to see how that wasn't a Haverfordwest drop ball there. The ball was clearly in possession. Injured player who had to leave the field of play is now back on the pitch. Keeper with a goal kick then. Both benches pretty quiet over on the far side. Sure, as play continues, there'll be more and more vocal encouragement from both sides. Again, keeper with an enormous kick. Luke Tabone eats it up, wins it, and plays it to force it forward. Sideways to Walters, back to McCarthy. Takes a touch, back to Alaric Jones. Got, again, good football on show already from the home side. Sorry, from the away side, us. Jenkins plays it forward, but very tall Bala backline deal with it. The keeper, who I said I've complimented him a couple of times already on his length of kicking, but this time straight into touch. So clearance doesn't quite get over the halfway line for the home side. Jacob Owen receiving the ball from a supporter who throws it nowhere near Jacob. Trying to be funny there, but Lee Jenkins gets the ball and gives it straight back to Jacob. First bit of housery from the home side supporters. Bala play infield. Shepherd does well to pinch it, but it's Aaron Edwards who hooks on. Bala, as I said, very, very direct style of play. Owen Jones wins it for the Blues inside the centre circle. Turns, runs forward, sideways. Shepherd's going to get onto it. Got a couple of options around him. Opts for Greg Walters on this near side touchline. Back to Shepherd. Great one too. Walters, Shepherd. Back to Dylan Rees. Good football by the Blues. Tabone to Jacob Owen, just inside his own half. Has to turn and go back to Zach. About 15 passes into this phase at the moment. Again, Blues still with possession. Owen back to Jones. Zach does play forward. Doesn't quite come off from McCarthy. Alric's tried to pinch it, but Abadaki's got away. Down the right-hand side. Cross comes in. Straight into Zach Jones's hands. Alric perhaps tried to be a little bit clever and pinch that one, and Abadaki rolled him and got away. But it is dealt with by Zach Jones. Looking across the leagues, as I can see, I've been informed on YouTube. Thank you, Bulch Cymru. There has been a goal in one of the other fixtures already this evening, and Newtown at home trailed to Flint Town United 1-0. And it's Isaac Lambert who's got the goal at Latham Park. Bala have won the free kick, slightly late by Greg Walters there. Get it down, look to play early, but no, it's just going to be a boom, I think, from the home side. 2-0, Flint have scored again. Isaac Lee this time with the Flint goal. Really seemed to have turned the corner, Lee Fowler's men. The other fixtures, Connors Quay at home to Aberystwyth tonight, no score there. And Penabont home to Barrytown United, no score there. We will keep you updated as the entertainment across the Cymru Premier unfolds. Again, as I said, Bala just pumped it long with that free kick. And Aberdaki now with it on the near side. Has to go back to White. Forward straight away, looking for the target man who doesn't win his battle against Lee Jenkins. Tabone has a half a clearance away. A little bit sloppy from both sides. It's bouncing around, but Greg Walters comes to collect, finds Corey Shepherd. Has to go back all the way to Zach Jones. He's got plenty of options with the three centre-halves in front of him. Goes to Jenkins, who plays it forward. Owen Jones, great ball, Jenks. Unlucky, Shepherd's going to be penalised there. Aerial battle, just, I think Aaron Edwards flicked it over Shepherd, and as he came in, momentum took the veteran midfielder to the ground. Referee gives a simple free kick. We will keep you updated around the scores in the Cymru Premier, but as I said, 0-0 in all three of the four fixtures, with Flint Town United inside 20 minutes, 2-0 up at Latham Park. Jake on YouTube, all the way from Zimbabwe. Welcome to you. International Haverfordwest County. Bala's free kick straight into touch. It's twice they've given away possession cheaply. Don't think experienced manager of 20 odd years, I think, here at Bala, Colin Caton. Don't think he'd be too impressed with that one. Jacob Owen then with it in line with the penalty box on the far side. Great distance with that throw. Clears all the players it was aimed at. And Bala just hook it forward. I think it was a bit of a trailing elbow there. Free kick given. Can't quite see who it was for Bala. It's the 10, Joe Malkin, who seems to be leading the line for Bala tonight. Bit of a stray elbow on Luke Tabone there. Just a free kick. Be interesting if Luke had made perhaps more of that, what would have happened? Just outside his penalty box then. Zach. Interesting question. Yeah, let's talk about the weather in Zimbabwe as I'm shivering here in Bala. I've certainly got my trench coat, club trench coat on tonight. My Tor Sports. It's like the Arsene Wenger style coats. Keep me nice and warm. But yeah, there's a bit of a chill in the air this evening. Greg Walters does well in the middle, but outnumbered 3-1 there, and Bala come away with it. But Greg battles well. It's a throw-in. Caton's not happy with it, but it's a throw-in Haverfordwest County. Good battling, Greg, when it ended up being a 1v1 situation rather than being outnumbered. Yeah, what's the temperature in Zimbabwe, Jake? Jacob Owen now with another throw. Again, great distance with the throw down the line. It was something. Obviously, Jack Wilson out for the season with us was our original long thrower of the ball. But Jacob has come in and really taken that right wing-back spot. Made it his own for many of the games. On playing left wing-back and right wing-back. But that throw is a great weapon of ours. So, Jake from Zimbabwe in the YouTube chat. 10 degrees today. Very hot the last few days, and usually between 30 and 32 degrees. Wow. I only dream of that in our summer, let alone October. Blues win a throw in the Fawcett. Chests it down to Shepherd. Across to Alaric Jones. A lot of space for Alec to get his head up. Plays forward. Oh, Fawcett doesn't quite read the through ball. Tabone's going to have to come and get and clear. First time clearance. Doesn't quite come off. Alric's going to have to pick up the pieces. Aaron Edwards, in the middle. Shepherded by Dylan Rees, the skipper. Bala themselves now actually playing a little bit of football. More than capable of doing it. Good triangles from the home side. But Greg Walters pinches it. Oh, it doesn't fall for Fawcett. And Bala go back to route 1. And it's all the way through. Zach keeps it in. He's kept it in. No goal kick. Ball at his feet. Malkin just trying to make him play. Zach goes across the penalty box to Jenkins. Opens up. Marauding down that right-hand side, as he's done many times, but it's pinched. Bala come away with it. Chance down the left-hand side for Bala. It's a 4v3 squared. Chance, Malkin on the penalty spot. Blocked. It's out for a corner. Great defending, Luke Tabone there. Bala didn't make their numbers pay there. Luke Tabone with a sliding block and clears out for a corner. First one from this side. I'm trying to see the Bala numbers on the back of their white shirts. Are quite tricky to see who that is. I'm assuming it's going to be a left footer. Yeah, I can't see. I'm going to guess at Burke. I think it's number 8 on the back of his shirt. No, it is a right footer, but it is Burke. I thought it was. Crosses, low, cleared first time. Great connection on the ball. Dylan Rees punches it clear to Ben Fawcett, who is tackled. Ball nearly hits us in the stands. And it's out just in front of us here, almost in the halfway point. Great to see Dylan Rees back with that armband on. And as I said, boys sporting black armbands tonight as well. Great tribute. Alric then, just a couple of yards in front of us, takes the throw. Finds Greg Walters' his head. Flicks on, but it's a bit of a ping pong. Bala clear. Bala clear again. Out for a throw in. Much further up the pitch. Good opportunity here. Greg leaves it. Alaric's going to come and get it again. I wonder, just a little bit out perhaps of Jacob Owen's territory. McCarthy plays it short to Alaric. To Shepherd. Through. Great ball around the corner. Free kick given. Oh, Malkin's just taken one in the face off the ball, but Fawcett's been caught late there. Just a great little round the corner ball by Shepherd. Found Fawcett. Throwed a dummy. Defender came through the back of him. No need for treatment, the ref is saying. Fawcett not looking for Henry Fenson to come on and treat him. He's going to shake that one off, it seems. Bull Cymru with the question on YouTube. Is this game a 6-pointer? It's not for me a 6-pointer. I think it's a tough place to come, Maes Tegid. It'd be great to take some points home with us tonight. At this point, I'd probably say thank you very much for the point. However, we've got an attacking free kick here. McCarthy dummies. Shepherd goes deep round the back. Jenkins heads across goal. Cleared by Bala. Dylan Rees shepherds it out for a throw-in. In attacking position. Jacob Owen is going to certainly come and get this one. It's almost like a free kick when Jacob is in that area. So, not for me, Bulch. It's, I don't think a 6-pointer at this stage of the season, but it is, obviously, we've played 10 games. It's a little bit of a pivotal point, October, I think. It really allows teams to kick on and establish themselves in the top 6. Hopefully, that's something that we do end up doing. It's ricocheting around the penalty area. Shepherd puts a header back into the box. Bounces straight back to Shepherd. And it's cleared by Bala. All the way back to Greg, the last man. Volleys forward. Owen Jones jumps and competes, but again, out the height. Beaten by the height there of the Bala centre half. Aaron Edwards and Shepherd. Great battle between those two in the midfield. Shepherd comes away the victor that time. Able to have a chance. Oh, almost for a strike at goal. Greg Walters does over the bar. Raises his hand, apologising. McCarthy at the back post. Didn't quite sit for a good cross or a shot. And he sort of scooped it up. Pitching wedge like. And over the crossbar. Jake over in Zimbabwe on YouTube. Are you guys excited about the league restructure? Yes, for me, I very much am looking forward to seeing how this unfolds. I think it's a great opportunity for more eyes on the Cymru Premier. I keep checking to see whether our match stats are available as well. So I'm hoping by now they've come live. Let's have another look. Still not showing in my panel here that I can show you the live stats from the game. Oh, hold on. I think they've just come through. Let's have a look. Hang on. How does that look? Fantastic. We finally got some stats to show you from the game. Obviously, as you can see on the right-hand side, 25 minutes played here. 2 shots, none on target for the home side. Haverfordwest County with the 1 shot from Dylan Rees from 40-odd yards. Didn't really test the keeper, but potentially could have perhaps skipped up and caused a rebound perhaps. But it was an early test from the skipper to get one under his belt upon his return from that devastating knee injury to the skipper as we prepared for Europe last summer. He's had a number of run-outs now as substitute across pre-season and the league and cup campaign so far, but his first start tonight, great to see. Free kick, aimed for Jenkins at the back post. He headed across and Bala managed to clear the lines for a throw-in, again in Jacob Owen territory, over on the right-hand side, as you can see from the visual. It's, as I said over the last few weeks, a new element, a new feature of the Bluebird's Nest Live that allows you to visualise what's going on in front of us just as much as the audio. The throw-in went short to Shepherd, who goes deep. Alaric Jones outnumbered 3-1 at the back post, but does well. Comes back in the box, probable hands in the back, not given. Luke to bone edge of the box, has to go backwards to Shepherd. Just chips it into an area, again, dealt with well by Pete at the back post. McCarthy pinches it off Abadaki. Surely a foul, ref. Not given. Abadaki allows to clear it and then wins himself a throw-in. Incredible. Bala throw. Wow. McCarthy bundled off the ball. Back in play then. That's off a Bala head. Now it does. Linesman pointing for the blue throw. Going back to Jake's question about the league restructure. I don't know many leagues that split into 3 in the world of football, but we certainly will be as of 26-27 season. I'm particularly excited. Hopefully we're not involved anywhere near the relegation playoff, but that certainly is a lot of jeopardy around that playoff system for relegation. We'll see second place in the Cymru North play second place in the Cymru South, and then the winner will play the third placed from bottom team, and the winner stays in the Cymru Premier or gets promoted to the Cymru Premier. So there's going to be a lot of jeopardy. Great ball, Corey Shepherd, out to Jacob Owen, really opens it up for Jacob to get a run on, beats his man, round the back, chance to cross, deflected, back to Dylan Rees. Throw in Bala. Really good through ball by Corey Shepherd there. Good vision from him. Yeah, I can't disagree with the point there. Again on YouTube chat, structure not the problem. Just TNS dominating the league. I think obviously their first experience of group stage football this year, and I think they're going to have to keep an eye on the league, obviously. But so far they've already lost more games than they did all of last season. So it's chance. Owen Jones. Oh, again, 40-odd yards out. Shot out of nothing. Left-footed. High and wide. Is there a long ranger coming tonight? But seeing TNS mid-table is a little bit weird. But they've got games in hand. And no doubt will be there or thereabouts come the split even. But yeah, I can see them dropping points at some stage. Again, even before Christmas, a couple of points I think they'll drop because it's going to be so busy with them. Obviously playing in the Europa Conference League. I think they are home in 13 days. I say home. They're going to be playing at Gay Meadow, I think it is, in Shrewsbury. Their home fixtures, their own ground, obviously not compliant with UEFA regulations. I think it's a second rate ground they've got, and I think they need a ground 4. Great feat by Owen Jones. Gets him a bit of space, plays it to Dylan Rees, out to McCarthy on this left-hand side. Having a good bit of joy here in the last few minutes, McCarthy. Back Owen Jones, cross to Dylan Rees, chance to cross, great ball, whipped into the back post. Oh, Jacob Owen, just a couple of yards off getting on the end of that one. The captain's quality really showing there, great delivery. Playing as a bit of a quarterback, defensive quarterback here for the Blues, Dylan Rees tonight, in front of his back 3. He did it a couple of times the season before last and operate right across the back line and in midfield, Dylan, to be fair to him. Very much a utility player, but really, really excels in all positions. Alaric Jones has caught one in the face there. It's a stray elbow. Yellow card to Malkin. If it's an arm in the face, yellow card, no hesitation from the ref there. I think that was Malkin who picked up that one. No treatment being offered to Alaric. Doesn't need it. Back on his feet already, but he caught one there. Perhaps more of a straight arm rather than an elbow, maybe. Zach is going to come and collect a good 40 yards out of goal here, getting us back underway. And let's take another look around Cymru Premier. No updates to report. It's just the 2 goals for Flint at Newtown gives them the 2-0 lead. Pretty much 30-odd minutes in all games. 31 here at Maes Tegid in Bala. Zach Jones just about to get us back underway. Great angle of the ball. Sees Jenkins at the back post. Squared. Drops. Greg Walters. Back to Shepherd. It doesn't quite fall for him. Has to turn. Go back to Dylan Rees. Alaric on this left-hand side. Great angle of Alaric. Head. Oh! Corey Shepherd got on the end of it. Glancing header. Just misses the far post. Didn't quite connect. Bala manager Colin Caden screaming at the top of his lungs over on the far side. Assuring his defence to get out of that box. Played Corey well onside. Header just wide of the far post. Again, stats looking okay for the Blues so far. It's just about finding that first goal. Would be fantastic. Torrance gets us back underway. Again, straight as an arrow, straight down the middle of the pitch, off the floor. Blues deal well with it. Again, Bluebirds bench probably a little bit happy so far, I'd say. Blues playing some stuff. Force it through to Walters, 35 yards out. Onto his left foot, through Owen Jones, into the box, back to Walters. Penalty, surely, ref. How is that not a penalty? Walters has crossed the ball, taken so late. Walters is appealing for it. The Blues are back underway. Thrown. I can't believe he's not given a penalty. He was a good second or two later. And now Corey Shepherd has tripped a Bala attack, slowing things down. Took one for the team there, Sheps, but I'm still amazed that wasn't a penalty. Great outside of the right foot from the left-hand side of the box, crossed by Walters. Great cross. It was dealt with, to be fair, by Bala, but he was taken late. I'm amazed. This is going to be a Bala free kick just inside their own half here. I think it was Shepherd who picked up a yellow there. No, it was Owen Jones, apparently, who was the one who picked up the card. I'm assuming for having a bit of a rant to the referee, because I think it was Sheps who made the foul. Good afternoon, David, on the YouTube channel. Noswaith from Valencia. Again, somebody else listening in a warmer climate to us here in Gwynedd. International Super Bluebirds indeed. Love it. Hope you're enjoying a break. Is it business or pleasure, David? Bala's free kick dealt with again well by Luke DeBorn at the back. It's ended up out for a Blues throw. Jacob Owen just in front of the dugout. 10 yards short of the halfway line. opts to go back to Zach Jones. Malkin is chasing it down. Oh, great feat by Zach. Calm and composed on the ball. Gives it back to Jacob, who plays forward. Bala this time, the ones who deal with it well. But Haverfordwest win a free kick on the halfway line. Lee Jenkins won the ball and was then tripped just as he started himself looking to run down the touchline. So Jacob Owen over this one. You got Greg Walters, obviously came from Carmarthen in the summer, was captain at Carmarthen, alongside Corey Shepherd, who's had the armband all season, and now captain Dylan Rees. So it's a great leadership trio in the midfield there tonight. And I think it's paying dividends because we seem to be winning a lot of battles there. The free kick was played short down the sideline and dealt with quickly by Bala. Oh, we've got a nasty injury, I think, here. Right in front of Haverfordwest dugout, there were several members of Haverfordwest staff quick to come out and see the individual. There's already a member of the Bala staff heading across the pitch. Heads are in hands here in Maes Tegid. A lot of people. This is a serious leg injury here for a Bala Town player. Colin Caton already walking across the pitch. Henry Fensom, Haverfordwest physio, was straight across. Greg Walters has returned to the pitch with a stretcher, and it's Dylan Rees with a green medical kit here. Sad scenes. I haven't quite seen who it is yet for Bala Town, but it looks to be a nasty leg injury over on the far side. I can see a lengthy pause in play incoming. Straight away, Corey Shepherd went to clear the ball, and I think the Bala player jumped up in the air, and as he's landed, I didn't hear any screams or anything, but I think I'd say it's a nasty landing upon returning to ground from jumping. And I would say ankle or leg has possibly been fractured here. Shepherd immediately head in hands and almost walked away from it. And then I think it was Tony Pennock, Gary Richards, and Henry Fensom straight off their bench to come and support the injured player. Colin Caton, the manager, and a number of Bala staff quickly across the pitch. And to be fair, it was Greg and Dylan who were quick to react and get the first aid kit across. Number of staff supporting the individual over on the far side now. He obviously sent our best wishes to him. I would imagine that the stretchers are going to be potentially removed. It looks like there's a number of staff supporting, but they're either going to move the player on a stretcher to a safer, warmer place perhaps, and then look for additional medical support, or we're going to see a very lengthy delay in play here, waiting for perhaps an ambulance. We will see. But play is stopped. Players and officials from both teams deep in conversation, well away from the injured player. I think I can see Henry Fensom, the Haverfordwest County physio, supporting with a leg brace there that I know Henry brings with him wherever we are on our travels. Sad scenes. We obviously don't like seeing this at the best of the times, but it's never good to see it live. Go back then to some of the incidents perhaps and the highlights of the first half. As you can see on the screen, one shot on target for both teams. Dylan Rees from distance, straight into the keeper's hands, to be fair. I would argue that Bala have had a shot on target with Abadaki's effort that Zach did well to claim, but perhaps official statisticians deeming that more of a cross into the 6-yard box. It looks like they are going to attempt to move the player down injured for Bala. I'm waiting for confirmation on which player it is. The winner, Norton. It's Christian Norton, number 22, who's former Wales under 21, I believe. He possibly still is, I'm being told. Tom Pritchard to the right of me here at Bala, providing play-by-play tweet commentary, and I think on Facebook and Instagram this evening. Even more of an eerie quiet across Maes Tegid, understandably at the moment. I'd like to think that those in attendance are going to clap the stretcher off shortly. And obviously, all at Haverfordwest County wish Christian speedy recovery. He's been really good signing for Bala Town. I think he scored a standout goal against TNS a couple of weeks ago, just 2 weeks ago, I think it was. Dribbling from well inside his half, if I remember rightly. Deep into TNS territory, and I think that one got it level, 1-1, I think that was. Obviously, Bala went on to, concede with about 5 minutes to go, and then ended up winning the game themselves. In a topsy-turvy affair at Park Hall a fortnight ago. Yeah, a number of the stewards here at Maes Tegid are constructing the stretcher. The player lying on his back, head in his hands. He seems to be okay himself, but obviously, I'd say a leg injury there received. Players trying to keep warm here. It's a chilly evening up in Gwynedd. Again, many players, head in hands, still in shock at the nasty injury that we've seen here at Maes Tegid. We've got a goal to report up in the Essity Stadium. Connors Quay have taken the lead there at home to Bala. Both teams played out a 1-1 draw early in the season. Nomads took the lead that day as well, but it's Thumper Muandue who's opened the scoring up in Flintshire. Connors Quay will be desperate to get one back, having dropped points against Aber, and obviously currently find themselves down in the bottom 4. Nomads obviously changed manager over the last few months. Neil Gibson parting ways not long after our visit there and our victory up in the Essity Stadium. I think it was Football League Billy Painter who's taken over at the Nomads. Still taking their time to find a little bit of form this season. Number of players departed the Nomads. Number of players arrived at the Nomads. So they're just finding their way. Yeah, to confirm, it is number 22, Christian Norton, who is still receiving treatment. So there's obviously going to be a lengthy addition of stoppage time here in Bala. Much, obviously, best wishes to him, but typically on a night that we will have to travel back down south, we, of all the nights, perhaps we didn't want to delay, but it is obviously misfortunate that this has happened. And again, best wishes to Christian on his recovery. I'd imagine a lengthy spell on the sidelines for him. Trying to find out what club Christian was signed from. Let's do a bit of research on Christian Norton. Yeah, just in Chester City. Chester City signed in the summer, or the last few weeks actually. I think it was right at the end of the transfer window that Christian Norton joined Bala. Looking through the Cymru football app, Christian is again very much a regular in the Wales under-19s. Didn't feature in Team Cymru under-21. Matty Jones's 21s in their last fixture, or certainly the last one he was in the squad for. They lost at home to the Republic of Ireland. Didn't feature in that game, was in the squad, a new substitute. Has played a good amount of minutes, to be fair to him, for the under-19s. Obviously a big step from 19s to 21s at that level. He said Haverfordwest know of the Bala physio, Fiona Evans. She'll be there leading ways. Very experienced physio across the Cymru Premier and in sporting circles, Fiona. So Christian's in good hands alongside again, as I said, Henry Fenson was helping out there. Our own physio. Number of stewards, I think, now are getting ready to raise Christian and allow him his exit from the field of play here. Yeah, I think, as I said, Fiona will be leading matters over on the far side there. One voice communicating, instructing everybody what to do. Yeah, I think they're all prepped to lift the stretcher here. Yeah, it looks to be his left leg that's been heavily strapped with a specific one. But yeah, stewards are up. And as hopefully you can hear, round of applause from all in attendance, including myself, for Christian as he makes his way on the stretcher off the field of play. Tony Panic was in the middle of the centre circle speaking to his players. He himself goes over and shows his best wishes, as does Dylan Rees, Haverfordwest captain. And again, I'll say we wish Christian the very best with his recovery. It is indeed his left leg as he comes towards us. He's heavily strapped. He does seem to be okay in himself. His head seems to be still in his hands, but he doesn't seem to be using the gas and air. So fingers crossed they can support him with his quick recovery. So number 22, Christian Norton makes way, and it's number 3, Eunice Cargbo, who replaces him. 11 minutes of stoppage time indicated. We are 11 minutes away from the break then. Looking to the Cymru football app, there's been a goal at the SDM Stadium and it hasn't gone to the home side. Barry Town United lead Penabon, the league leaders. Wow, fair play to Barry Town United. And it's Harrison Bright, who was a lively left-sided fullback when he played us a couple of weeks ago. Didn't stop giving the ref a bit of a headache that night. He's the one who's got the goal. Corners Key have extended their lead just before the break too. 44th minute, Jack Kenny double their lead. So just over, I should say, 9 minutes of play still to go here due to that stoppage. And it's again Joel Torrance with it, ball in hand, rolls it. I thought he was going to do that. He's been kicking well off the floor this evening. This is going to be a big kick. He's 30 yards out of goal. He clears it. Almost ends up in our own penalty box without bouncing. But again, Lee Jenkins that time wins his header. Jacob Owen clears for a throw-in to Bala. Great number of listeners and viewers this evening. Great to welcome you across Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and the Cymru Sport website. Cymru Football as well, to keep up to date with in-play information, as well as Tom Pritchard across the social media with the play-by-play commentary. No goals to report. Bala take a throw on the far side. Jenkins heads to Walters, who hooks over his head. Oh, almost falls. Fawcett's headed downwards. Almost comes to Owen Jones. But Bala come back with it on the left-hand side. Abadaki crosses. It's deep. McCarthy wins his battle. Does well. And Dylan Rees, the skipper, clears but deflected out by the substitute for a Haverfordwest throw. Again, just round the corner of my view here in the southerly part of the ground. Alaric Jones is going to throw one. Yeah, here he comes in it. Greg Walters not fouled. Not having a good time with the ref tonight, Greg. Tabone goes back to Zach Jones in goal, who clears left-footed. And it's number 8, Nathan Burke, who does well to put it out for a throw-in to Haverfordwest. Alaric again back on it, just eyeing up Zach for a throw back towards his keeper, but he's going to play forward. Good throw to force it. Good feet. He's fouled by the referee. By the captain, I should say, Bala. Nathan Pete and Tom Owen quick to give Haverfordwest the free kick. Again, Fawcett's just having his ankles nibbled a couple of times tonight. He is getting back to his feet He's holding up play well, Fawcett. For the first time linking up from the off with Owen Jones up top tonight. Ben Amoun, I'm sure, will be used at some point, but a chance for him to take a view of things from the substitutes bench tonight for the first time. McCarthy then, just inside Bala half. One arm raise. He's going to go to the back post, I'm sure. Great angle on it. Jenkins is going to be picked out. Heads back across. Tabone fouls. No, plays on. Oh, Luke Tabone blasts over, but there was given as a foul. Owen Jones penalised there. Be keen to check whether it was Owen Jones who actually got booked, because I was a little bit brave if he's on a yellow. Foul given just outside the 6-yard box to Bala. Fell to Luke Tabone on a left foot, a high horizontal volley almost from the Maltese international. Did go over the bar. So still no opening. Free kick to Bala. Again, that's an almighty kick by Torrance. Jenkins meets it though. Great play. Fawcett, Walters, switches. Oh, yes, it does come to McCarthy. Great ball forward by Alaric Jones. Great tackle. Alaric Jones clears the ball, but the player didn't stop. So it has almost fallen into the tackle. Big appeals from the home side. The substitute, as I said, is Eunice Kagbo, is complaining, but he ran into Alaric's tackle. So he had the chance to pull out, didn't, and injured himself there. But the ref waved play on. Linesman was right in front of it. Would have had support, the referee, from the linesman. Certainly not given. Kagbo still complaining that it wasn't a free kick, but Alaric clearly had the ball. Great to see the physicality that we offer this year. Bluebirds obviously added a lot of strength into the team. Greg Walters, Alaric Jones, McCarthy is certainly winning his battle on this near side as well tonight. Half-time at the SDM Glass Stadium. Penabont 0, Barrytown 1. Sure, Rhys Griffiths' men will be hearing it from him at half-time. And Steve Jenkins will be over the moon with Barry's opening goal of the game. Corner, Haverfordwest County. Alaric's throw headed straight out for a corner by captain Nathan Peat again. Jacob Owen. It's going to be a right-footed cross from the left. So an in-swinger coming. An absolutely superb timeless goal here. We head into the 53rd minute almost. Obviously that nasty injury has given us 11 minutes. It's played short. Dylan Rees back to McCarthy. Crossed left-footed. Free header by the defence. Oh, Dylan Rees' shot is blocked. But Owen Jones plays it out to Jacob Owen. Cuts back onto his right. Crosses. Chance. Oh, massive chance. Fawcett puts it over. Fantastic opportunity. First time volley. Oh, just inside the penalty spot. Outside the 6-yard box. It was a spinning ball coming in. You could see it had a good zip on it from Jacob Owen. Fawcett adjusted his body, right-footed, just over the top left side of the goal. That would have been the perfect tonic to this first half, which I would say, as you can see from the stats, we certainly have edged the better chances. Still 3 minutes to play here of the first half. Goal kick went straight down to Lee Jenkins. And it's almost rinse and repeat with that process. It's going to run all the way through to Torrance now in goal. Out of his hands this time. Punt certainly doesn't get the same accuracy out of his hands, because yet again it's gone out for a throw-in. You can see the manager shaking his head on the far side. The keeper had plenty of time to roll that down in front of him and go off the floor. I'm amazed he didn't, but I wonder whether he'll kick again out of hands, because I think that's 3, if not 4, that have gone straight out into touch. So Jacob from the far side, just looking to play now deep into Bala territory if we can, to see out the half. Certainly want to clear the lines. Good headed forward by Jenkins. Another Haverfordwest throw. No rush certainly for the boys to go and run and get that ball. It's well over the dugout, so hopefully supporters do indeed return it to Jacob. Fourth official passes him the ball. Back in play, down the line, Jenkins flick, force it, back to goal, right by the corner flag. Oh, it's hit the corner flag, throw in, almost went for a corner, bounced off the corner flag, typical. How's your luck? He was going out for a corner, but bounces off the corner flag for a throw. Corner flag has actually been kicked so hard, I think it might have snapped. It's almost horizontal on the far side there. So Jacob, possibly the last attack, inward, straight, a flat one first time by Pete, back to Jacob Owen. Dummies, needs to get it back onto his right foot, goes back to Dylan Rees, low cross, cleared by Bala, only to Shepherd on the halfway line. Back in the air across to Walters, great first touch by Greg Walters. Out, Owen Jones on the near side, left-footed, low cross is cleared for a throw. Back to Zach Jones. Less than a minute, I'd have thought, to go. Zach Jones, right option, just plays it forward. If anything, it's too good a clearance as it skipped off the surface and into Torrance again. Now Fawcett, I'm sure will be aware of his kicking out of hands. It's just remaining 10, 15 yards away from him. Looking to see if he rolls it. I wonder. Still in the keeper's hands. Yeah, he does roll it. Fawcett's on his toes. Almost charged down. Good football intelligence there, Ben Fawcett. Just waiting for him to make that mistake, almost. Shepherd again winning his battles in that midfield against Aaron Edwards. Comes away with it. 40 yards out. Is fouled. Not given. Bala come away on the halfway line. Happily take the half-time whistle now. Haverfordwest win it again. Ref not interested in the whistle just yet. It's out of play. Blues throw. Just looking at his watch again, I think. Any second now, surely will bring the break. He's still looking at his whistle, his watch, but ball back in play. Excellent throw yet again, Jacob Owen. Cleared by Bala, back into touch. He's still playing. Into the 50. There is indeed the half-time whistle. After 57 minutes of play, it is half-time. So we will have a short break. The Bluebirds head into the dressing room for a quick chat. Sure, looking at the stats, Pennock will be the happier manager. Again, we send our best wishes to Christian Norton, who got stretchered off in that first half. But as I said, we will take a break and we will return for the second half in about 12 or 13 minutes. But in the meantime, I will leave you with a little bit of entertainment with our The Spirit video yet again.
I've done some extensive research into why we're called the Bluebirds. I've asked people who've been here for years and years and years. Nobody knows. Not even Wikipedia knows why we're called the Bluebirds. It's been from day dot. I believe we were before Cardiff as well, so we are the original Welsh Bluebirds. The club have been on a real journey over the last few years. The trajectory has really gone upwards, and a key part of that, I think, is the ethos around playing for Pembrokeshire.
The club is hugely progressive in terms of where we want to be, how we think. We are very community centred. We're so far west. We want to be the pinnacle of anything that happens within that area.
It's a local club for local people, trying to just give Pembrokeshire players that step up to the next level, make a name for ourselves. So it was post-pandemic. Obviously, Rob Edwards came in as chairman, and I'd previously worked at the club and went down to see one of the first fixtures and got talking, and it was a number of weeks. We bounced ideas back and forth. It just landed on a documentary one day. Obviously, the Netflix and the Amazons of the world were doing, you know, the big multi-million-pound budget versions of it in the Premier League clubs and rugby clubs and things like that. So it was sort of, well, let's run with an idea and see where it takes us.
When I heard there was a documentary coming, it would give people everywhere the insight into what we see every day down here. I was quite excited. The end result was absolutely phenomenal.
The first season was very much a relegation battle escape, but it was Tony Pennock's arrival at the start of season 2 which led on to obviously the most successful time in the club's history, the European adventure across season 3, Bluebirds in Europe.
For the first time in 20 years, Tony, Haverfordwest are going back to Europe and you're the man that's guided them there. Congratulations, llongyfarchiadau mawr.
Thank you very much, thank you. It's absolutely huge. Honestly, everyone writ us off. We writ us off at Met, writ us off here. Both away games, but we've done it.
We know we'll get opportunities against them next week, and so we're going to do, stay in the game, and when the opportunities come next week, obviously take one and it's game on.
I have one clear memory from that Skindia match. 3 seconds after Jenks scored the goal, behind the goal is a ball boy, my youngest son, fortunate enough to be a ball boy for the day, and when Jenks' shot went in the back of the goal, and the first thing I saw was my young, he was 11 at the time, 12, jumped up in the air and he just sprinted off. Genuinely don't know where he was going, but every time I see any highlights of that game and that goal, I just see him leap up and sprint the other way.
He does! He does! The Bluebirds are through! Isaac Jones, the Tadadwr. Isaac Jones!
Absolute elation. I'm going to say it was probably similar to seeing my firstborn for the first time. My wife's going to kill me for that.
For a period of the club's history to be captured in this way, what a chapter in the club's history, and it's all available online for us.
The identity is something that's probably quite fluid. We'll always be building the identity with the new people that we bring in, the new people within the community, the demographic of people we bring in.
You've got to try and do different things. If you just rely on the football, I think you're going to have quite a niche market. You're not going to really get the next wave. And if you can give them a memory, I remember going down to the Bridge Meadow and I saw an alpaca. An alpaca.
Reaction-wise, absolutely brilliant. The players were coming out and stroking them. The referees were like in awe of the alpacas.
The football's the magic, but you can bring other people in through something else. I think you're onto something. And that's what the club keep doing. They're winning.
Really interestingly, 2 ladies I met this week had come to visit from Liverpool, and massive Liverpool fans, like season ticket holders, and they told me about a time when they come to watch Haverfordwest play in Conisky, and they couldn't believe how close they could get to the people, how the players would talk to them after the game. You can come to the club and meet the players and meet the manager and meet the staff and feel part of that journey. This isn't just Haverfordwest, it's all the clubs in the Cymru Prem. No, it offers that very close connection to the community and involvement if they want.
You have the small children that come down and watch a game. You have teenagers all the way up to elderly people, and once you're here everyone is focusing on the same thing, the football and the support for the club. The best thing for me about being at Haverfordwest is the vast majority of everybody of all ages, all walks, all come together and looking for the same thing.
That's what's great with the Cymru Leagues. Yes, you can stand on the terrace, you can sit in the stands and see these people, but you can also get to know them, and you can see them in the bar after the game and potentially have a beer with them and say, found it tough today, or did you enjoy it? And that's something that the club have really targeted as something they want to do.
And we probably want to be the leading club in Wales in how progressive we are, like the ideas. We want to be a local club as well. I say that in terms of like how we deliver everything, like our kit, our players, our staff. Like we want to be giving back to the community as well.
Keep building, keep doing what we're doing. Obviously results on the pitch, if they start going our way a bit more, the world is your oyster, as they say. I've done some extensive research into why we're called the Bluebirds. I've asked people who've been here for years and years and years. Nobody knows. Not even Wikipedia knows why we're called the Bluebirds. It's been from day dot. I believe we were before Cardiff as well, so we are the original Welsh Bluebirds.
The club have been on a real journey over the last few years. The trajectory has really gone upwards, and a key part of that, I think, is the ethos around playing for Pembrokeshire.
The club is hugely progressive in terms of where we want to be, how we think. We are very community centred. We're so far west. We want to be the pinnacle of anything that happens within that area.
It's a local club for local people, trying to just give Pembrokeshire players that step up to the next level, make a name for ourselves.
So it was post-pandemic. Obviously, Rob Edwards came in as chairman, and I previously worked at the club and went down to see one of the first fixtures and got talking, and it was a number of weeks. We bounced ideas back and forth. It just landed on a documentary one day. Obviously, the Netflix and the Amazons of the world were doing, you know, the big multi-million pound budget versions of it in the Premier League clubs and rugby clubs and things like that. So it was sort of, well, let's run with an idea and see where it takes us.
When I heard there was a documentary coming that would give people everywhere the insight into what we see every day down here, I was quite excited. The end result was absolutely phenomenal.
The first season was very much a relegation battle escape, but it was Tony Pennock's arrival at the start of season 2 which led on to obviously the most successful time in the club's history, the European adventure across season 3, Bluebirds in Europe.
For the first time in 20 years, Tony, Haverfordwest are going back to Europe and you're the man that's guided them there. Congratulations, llongyfarchiadau mawr.
Thank you very much, thank you. It's absolutely huge. Honestly, everyone writ us off. We writ us off at Met, writ us off here. Both away games, but we've done it.
We know we'll get opportunities against them next week, and so we're going to stay in the game, and when the opportunities come next week, obviously take one and it's game on.
I have one clear memory from that Skindia match. 3 seconds after Jenks scored the goal, behind the goal is a ball boy, my youngest son, fortunate enough to be a ball boy for the day, and when Jenks' shot went in the back of the goal, and the first thing I saw was my young, he was 11 at the time, 12, jumped up in the air and he just sprinted off. Genuinely don't know where he was going, but every time I see any highlights of that game and that goal, I just see him leap up and sprint the other way.
He does! He does! The Bluebirds are through!
Absolute elation. I'm going to say it was probably similar to seeing my firstborn for the first time. My wife's going to kill me for that.
For a period of the club's history to be captured in this way, what a chapter in the club's history, and it's all available online for us.
The identity is something that's probably quite fluid. We'll always be building the identity with the new people that we bring in, the new people within the community, the demographic of people we bring in.
You've got to try and do different things. If you just rely on the football, I think you're going to have quite a niche market. You're not going to really get the next wave. And if you can give them a memory, I remember going down to the Bridge Meadow and I saw an alpaca. An alpaca.
Reaction-wise, absolutely brilliant. The players were coming out and stroking them. The referees were like in awe of the alpacas.
The football's the magic, but you can bring other people in through something else. I think you're onto something. And that's what the club keep doing. They're winning.
Really interestingly, 2 ladies I met this week had come to visit from Liverpool, and massive Liverpool fans, like season ticket holders. And they told me about a time when they come to watch Haverfordwest play in Conisky, and they couldn't believe how close they could get to the people, how the players would talk to them after the game. You can come to the club and meet the players and meet the manager and meet the staff and feel part of that journey. This isn't just Haverfordwest, it's all the clubs in the Cymru Prem. It offers that very close connection to the community and involvement if they want.
You have the small children that come down and watch a game. You have teenagers all the way up to elderly people, and once you're here, everyone is focusing on the same thing, the football and the support for the club. The best thing for me about being at Haverfordwest is the vast majority of everybody of all ages, all walks, all come together and looking for the same thing.
That's what's great with the Cymru Leagues. Yes, you can stand on the terrace, you can sit in the stands and see these people, but you can also get to know them, and you can see them in the bar after the game and potentially have a beer with them and say, found it tough today, or did you enjoy it? And that's something that the club have really targeted as something they want to do.
And we probably want to be the leading club in Wales in how progressive we are, like the ideas. We want to be a local club as well. I say that in terms of how we deliver everything, like our kit, our players, our staff. We want to be giving back to the community as well.
Keep building, keep doing what we're doing. Obviously, results on the pitch, if they start going our way a bit more, the world is your oyster, as they say.
Noswaith dda, croeso, good evening, welcome back, welcome back to the Bluebirds Nest Live, coming to you from Maes Tegid in Bala, in Gwynedd, in northwest Wales, where Haverfordwest County tonight have travelled up and are 0-0 at the break against the home side, the Lakesiders. Players are just returning back to the field of play. We switch sides and we will go through the teams as the management staff of both teams cross the field. Zach Jones again in goal for the Bluebirds tonight. Dylan Rees returns as captain. It's been a long time, since May 13th, 2023, since Dylan last played a competitive game. Great to see him back to the armband tonight. Lee Jenkins, Corey Shepherd, Ben Fawcett, Alaric Jones, Kyle McCarthy, Greg Walters, Owen Jones, Jacob Owen and Luke Tabone. The bench, Ivan Knott, Rhys Abruzzese, who returns after a spell of injury with his wrist operation, Ricky Watts, Harry John, Daniel John, Yori Humphreys and Ben Amoon. So quite the bench this evening for Tony Perez to turn to if and when they are needed. For the home side, Joel Torrance, Nathan Peake, Aaron Edwards, Nathan Burke, Joe Malkin, Dan Malone, Osebi Aphrodite, Kieran Lloyd, Ross White, Kyle Harrison, and Christian Norton again went off with a nasty looking injury in the first half, as the ball already is out for a goal kick. Christian Norton, we wish him the best after his nasty leg injury in the first half. Was replaced by number 3, Maes Tegid. A couple of yellow cards flying around in the first half, but still a little bit unsure who actually had the yellow card, whether it was Owen Jones in the first half. But as I said, we are back underway. Zach Jones plays a short one to McCarthy. Over on the far side now, the second half. Zach Jones, as I can see from my left to right. It's got no cameras up in the country. Will be reporting from a different perspective completely, as the ball falls to Owen Jones 30 yards from goal. Walters back to Lee Jenkins on the halfway line. Plays outside to Jacob Owen. Cuts inside, over his left, plays to Walters. Then good footwork by the Blues. Good header, flick down to Dylan Rees on the edge of the box. Almost plays in McCarthy on the far side. Couldn't quite get it. Shepherd does indeed get the ball to McCarthy. 1-2 with Dylan Rees. Fouled on the edge of the box. Ref will play on. Chance for Owen Jones. Goes to McCarthy. Chance to cross. On his own. Jenkins, couldn't quite get his power that he needed to strike it and go with his left foot in the air on the volley. Lee Jenkins, a man of all talents there, but talent as well to collect quite calmly inside the 6-yard box in the end. If that had gone in, it would have been some strike from Jenkins. Kicking ability in the first half. It's one way to punt it clear. Gets the distance and a little bit further accuracy. Fully there, that's a free kick. Yes, indeed. Owen Jones thrown to the ground on the centre spot. He was quick to kick the ball away. Barkley's Premier League. That's a straight yellow card. Hot topic over the last few weeks. Bala plays it forward, forces it inside the box, and that is teamed offside off the free kick. Good play by the skipper. I think Fawcett was a little bit too keen to get forward on that one. He signalled his captain but was too keen to get forward, caught offside, edge of the box. Free kick. I believe, obviously, the other games across the Cymru Premier this season are going to be slightly ahead of us now due to the 11-minute stoppage we played. Back underway at the SDM Glass Stadium. Penabon very quickly levels matters there. So it's 1-1 in Penabon.
Come on, guys! Oh!
Good chance by the home side. Zach Jones as well to see it. Down to his left-hand side.
Not for what?
Good save. Pushed it to safety. It's Kane Owen who's got the goal for. As I said, Franski leading Haverfordwest 2-0. And Flint has extended their lead early in the second half. It's 3-1 at Newton. Corner to Bala. Cross right footed into a good area. Wave the ball. Clear. What happened there? It's going to be David, question on YouTube. What do you think of Cardiff's? It's a bit of a late tackle on Owen Jones here in front of us a second. He's okay. Goes back to his feet. Shakes it off. Throw in Jacob Owen then on the near side. Yeah, David, there's a lot of pros, but there obviously is a couple of cons. But I've referenced Haverfordwest chairman Rob Edwards' his tweets regarding the positives, and I have to admit I do agree. Great header home from Jacob Owen back to Zach Jones. Right option, made good connection with his head there to find his keeper. Rolls it out to Jenkins, back to Zach Jones. A little bit bobbly, needs to take a touch, but Zach clears on his left foot. Again, Owen Jones does really well on the halfway line, but surrounded by a Bala defender. Gets it away. Abadaki surely fouls Jenkins. Bluebirds throw. Yeah, it's been a hot topic, isn't it? What we now currently know as the Nathaniel MG Cup. Oh, header inwards from the Bala defender. Finds McCarthy 35 yards out through the Fawcett, inside the penalty box. Back to goal, turns, strikes. Yes! What a goal! A fantastic strike by Ben Fawcett. Opens the scoring, runs to his bench. Greeted by Tony Penner. Great scenes. The entire squad celebrate with the manager. Absolutely superb strike from Ben Fawcett. Got the ball, back to goal, spun, and unleashed a fantastic right foot drive into the far corner, beating Torrance. Bluebirds take the lead 1-0. Fantastic to see them boys celebrate with Tony Pennock. I'm sure that will mean a great deal to the manager after a tough week. Superb. And Ben Fawcett, as he's done a couple of times this season, celebrates with his tribute to his late friend as well. Point to the sky. I remember discussing over a game of golf with Ben Fawcett about that celebration. It's great to see him maintaining it. Good comments, Adam. I love it. We got there. Long way to go yet, but we do lead. And I think we're good for the lead as well. Dylan Rees controlling matters in the middle. Just put it in a good space. That's all come from a little bit of a mistake from a Bala defender. He headed it infield. Sheps played it out to McCarthy. Played it a Fawcett. Spun. Goal. Thank you very much. 1-0 then. 7 minutes into the second half. Not counting any chickens yet, but what a 3 points this could be. What a statement. Bala play it forward though. Again, remaining very, very direct this evening. Oh, great feet. Corey Shepherd juggling with the ball. Is waved away from the ref. Jacob Owen comes away with it. There's about 4 fouls there. Great ball. Out to McCarthy. Can he keep it in? Does. First time cross. Oh, clipped an arm there. Out. Dylan Rees 30 yards out. Is tackled. Bala do well. Dylan not giving up the cause. Has won it back. Owen Jones out to McCarthy. Back. Alaric Jones crosses. Oh, well defended. It's a lively start to the second half. Again, great feet. Alaric this time pinches it. Moving forward. Trying their best to foul him. He's pulled to the ground. Dylan Rees crosses. Ooh, first contact by Bala. Chance to clear their lines, I'm sure. Yeah, they do. Greg Walters, almost brings it down inside the Bala half, but it's deflected off his right boot and out for a throw-in. Yeah, David on the YouTube channel, pleased for Ben. Certainly, we all are. Don't mind who scores, but Fawcett's been due a goal. Alaric, great decision, Alaric. Just puts it in a dangerous area. It's going to run out for a goal kick, unfortunately, but good play from Jones, Alec Jones there. Bull Cymru second in the league at the moment. At the moment is the key point. Let's not count any chickens just yet. Long, long way to go. Torrance from the goal kick. Not as long as the first half. There's a little bit of a breeze there, or maybe a little bit of fatigue from the keeper. Certainly a good 10-15 yards shorter than his first half clearances. Throw in one. Corey Shepherd just having a little bit of a stretch in the middle. Dylan Rees as well. The lengthy delay in play due to the injury in the first half, which I believe is a broken ankle, apparently. Broken ankle from number 22, Christian Norton, in the first half. Oh, Fawcett's played a ball. It's just going to run ahead of Owen Jones into the keeper's hands. Almost a one-on-one there. Tony Pennock must have issued some magic words because we've come out swinging. Again, Dylan Rees just picking up the pieces at the back there. Oh, I don't think Jacob Owen's going to get on that one. Ball through, calmly collected. Zach Jones does well. Nearly 55 gone in this one. Ball still in. An all green Zach Jones. White boots, white gloves. Looks quite the part tonight. Punt, right-footed. Great kick, Zach. Straight down the middle. Greg almost on the end of it, but it's won by a centre-half. Dylan again wins the second ball to Jacob Owen. To Jenkins. Back to Jacob Owen. Chance to open up. He's pulled back. It's got to be a foul. It is a foul. No yellow card. That was just stopping an attack. It's got to be at least speaking to the player there. For me. A free kick deemed enough by the referee. Jacob then just inside the half, very much where the graphic on screen is showing. Chance to put this in an area, but Bala have put a very high line in. They're well outside the penalty box, the high line. Alaric Jones is going around the back, as is Lee Jenkins. It's off Jenkins' head. Malkin has sliced his clearance. It's up in the air. Jenkins is going to compete for this one. Oh, his arms around his neck. I can see. Appeals not given. Goal kick. Bala in a pack there. 6 or 7 defenders around it. Out for a goal kick. it looks to be a bit of fresh legs warming up over on the far side. Can't quite see who it is. I think that's Ben Amoun, who's stripped and potentially ready to come on here. Dylan Rees has again won a second ball in the middle of the park. He punts it as high as he possibly could. Abadaki back to White. Chance to come forward. Kieran Lloyd has to go back to his keeper. It's Kyle Harrison at centre half, who's been busy at the back for Bala tonight. Zach Jones is coming. Oh, it was bouncing clear into Zach's arms, but Luke de Bourne decided to just help it on its way. And it's one of them that the header could have gone past his keeper there. Zach then, ball in hand. No signs of the ref trying to speed things up, which is superb news for us. Punt's clear. Can he find a blue head? Pete comes to collect. Jacob Owen is beating his man. Just comes off Lee Jenkins. Oh, Lee Jenkins not happy, but I think that was the right decision there. Bala throw. It's Lloyd with it. Substitution time. It is Big Ben Amoun coming on, and it's going to be Owen Jones. So looks likely to be a like-for-like swap here for the Blues. Owen Jones, another great shift from him. Makes way nearly on the hour mark here, but obviously with those stoppage time minutes, has certainly been on the pitch for longer. So it's Ben Amoun who joins Ben Fawcett up top. Looks to be, as I said, like-for-like change. Certainly a different type of player, Amoun, to Owen Jones. Will be looking far more to compete aerially than O's does his best in the air, but Ben obviously a lot taller. Chance for Bala is shot wide. It's a corner, it must have been deflected. Dylan Rees is getting the congratulations from his teammates. Corner to Bala then. Again, Ben Amoun trotting back, certainly for that defensive cover now as well, offers a great strength. Approaching the 59th minute. First big chance of Bala's for the second half. It's going to be a right-footed in-swinger, it seems. It's Dan Malone who's out taking it. Two hands in the air. Crosses into a good area. One first time. No, it wasn't connected by Jenkins. And it's gone all the way through for a throw-in over on the far side. Alaric is trotting over to take it. Demanding his players get out of the defensive area at the pitch. He's going to throw one down the touchline, yeah. Still, perhaps going to take a leaf out of other teams we've played this year, just to slow it down and do things. Experience, perhaps, and show to take things. Corey Shepherd, that's a superb touch. Takes it away from three defenders. Plays it 1-2 with Greg Walters. He's had it back on the left touchline. Making good progress on the far side. Plays it off. Ricochets twice off the defender onto Shepherd's leg again and out for a Bala throw. Unlucky Corey. Great play. Just silk football from him in that period of play. Alaric just misjudges that one. It's gone. Lee Jenkins has just stood his ground and the Bala player ran into him. He's gone down holding his face. Bala midfielders, defenders, not happy. But all he's done is stood his ground there as Taborn played it. Shepherd from the halfway line is a shot for goal. It's Abadaki who's remained down on the ground. He's getting back to his feet now. He's making his way over to Jenkins. He's not going to be happy with that, but I saw exactly what he just purely ran into him. Jenkins just stood his ground, didn't move, and Abadaki looked to run forward. And I think Abadaki fancies it a bit of a physical contest with Jenks, and he came off second best there. Bala substitutions then. Number 11, Dan Malone, making way for Lasana Mendes, who skips onto the pitch. I think, if I'm not mistaken, that might have been two substitutions there, but I was keeping an eye on the Abadaki versus Jenkins battle. I might have missed the second one. I will double check that, but back underway. Taborn comes and wins strength over height there, wins his battle. Shepherd tussling. I got a feeling this is going to go up a notch or two shortly. It's getting feisty. Alric Jones, great tackle. What a tackle. Ball and man. Bala rattled somewhat here. As I said, first half, that the strength and physicality in the team is here. Yes, we get it down and play, but I think we're almost coming of age with a lot of these young players now, having had good experience in the Cymru Premier for a number of years, and Alric Jones certainly showed his experience there. Another great physical tackle. A certain Sean Pemberton would have been happy with that one. Great throw by Bala. Back into the penalty area. McCarthy clears. Only as close to the substitute. Dylan Rees does well. Oh, just goes out for a throw in on the near side. Almost put it right down the other side of the pitch, but ball out. Bala are beginning to roll the dice almost here. They've put a lot of players forward for this throw. It goes short. Mendes backs to the substitute. Crosses, right-footed. It's wide. Well wide. Fawcett almost gets it. Oh, Ben Amoun's pinched it. Forward to Fawcett. Inside the Bala half. Has to play it forward. There's nobody there, but get a chance to clear the lines as we look to maintain this 1-goal lead. Bala now all of a sudden playing a little bit of football at the back. Playing the ball out. The keeper is well out of position and his centre half nearly loses it. Shepherd got Bala hearts in their mouths there. Nearly fell for him to have a tap in. Good ball forward. Bala a little bit rattled with every little incident at the moment. Dylan Rees is gonna gives away a foul. Bala fans applaud it. Probably would have been appealing for a yellow there, personally. Caton on the far side, certainly much louder this second half, certainly since the goal's gone in, encouraging his team forward. Free kick to Bala. Again, clean sheets imperative in the Cymru Premier. Boys looking to keep another one. First to it to Bourne. Jenkins punts, slight slice, and it's out for a throw in. Much closer to the halfway line now. Coming up to 64 minutes gone. Number of Bluebirds subs warming up. Nothing, no sign yet. Mendes on the ball for Bala, looking to get them to tick over and play a bit more football, I think, with his introduction. Good pace from the substitute on the far side. Again, Alric Jones, one of those sliding tackles that if he misses, he's in trouble, but gets the ball cleanly. He's really putting a good shift in here, and now he's the man who heads it out for a throw-in. Throw-in to Bala then. Looking across the league, still 2-0 Connah's Quay lead. 3-1 Flint lead at Newtown, and it's still all square Penabont and Barrytown United, where I'm told there's a crowd of 950 this evening. Seem to be getting some good crowds down in Bridgend there. Good to see for the league. Haverfordwest clear the Bala attack, but it's thrown straight back into an area. Jenkins first to it. Clears straight back to Cargbo again. Looking pretty dangerous on that right side. Oh, Dylan Rees has come through and pinched the ball. Fantastic. Shepherd force it out to Jacob Owen. 2 versus 3. Jacob Owen fancies himself. He goes down the right-hand side. Fancies himself to beat the man and did well as one as a throw-in. He's not going to be in a rush to take it, but that's in a far better place. Right in good territory there, as you can see from the visual on the screen. Jenkins and Tabor make their way forward. Dylan Rees just dropping back with Shepherd, McCarthy and Alaric Jones on the edge of the box. Tabor comes short. I don't think he'll be the option. Let's get it in the mixer, Jacob. Good defensive cover. Walters, Shepherd and Rees. Only man forward is... Oh, McCarthy swings it. Free kick. Oh, goes against McCarthy. Oh, Sagpo screaming in agony on the floor. Sees he's won the free kick and shoots back up. McCarthy stayed down. He struck a left foot shot at goal and the defender pinched the ball, it seems. And McCarthy's followed through. He's clipped his left foot. He's hobbling back. Ref, you've got to let him to get back in now, surely. Blues out one light for a second. There was a substitution that I missed. It is indeed number 99, Hussein Mehasab, who's come on, who I know has been getting the goals for Bala recently. The big, tall centre forward is on. Recent acquisition. I don't think he's played too many times, but I know when he has, he scored. So hopefully we can keep him quiet. He towers over Alaric Jones, who's tall himself. Must be 6'4", 6'5", I think. The big target man, number 99. Throw in. It is aimed at Hussein Muhaseb, but it's cleared. Greg Walters, great defensive work. Again, Tony Pennock and Gary Richards deep in conversation, just ushering their troops forward. Bala relentless on the front foot at the moment. Mehaseb seems to be the danger man they're looking out for, but Blues doing well to just stop the cross. One does come in. Zach's come in. Big shout and a clean catch from the keeper. Just over 20 odd minutes left of normal time here. Long way to go, but boys looking pretty good for the 1-0 win at the moment. I take everything back. Friday night football up at Bala wouldn't be so bad if it's 3 points come home with us. Shepherd and Aaron Edwards have had a good battle there. I think it's Aaron Edwards, unless he was the man to be replaced. He comes away with it again, Shepherd. Pinched by the centre half. Real shoulder-to-shoulder battle. Bala win that one. Yeah, it is Edwards. First time I think he's beaten Sheps in a one-on-one all evening. He's looking to get the ball down and play the number 6. Goes back to his keeper. Off the deck is a low one, but Alaric is pulled. Surely, ref. Oh, he's pulled. Alaric's shirt's pulled. Goes to ground, but Bala wave play on. Chance on the byline. Looking to cut inside. Hasn't got a right foot. Dinked across. Jacob Owen, excellent defending there. Beats his tussle at the back post with Malkin. Benamoun. Oh. Again, another inward header. Put it into the danger zone by a Bala defender. Amoun nearly picked his pocket. Jacob Owen down the line. Fawcett doesn't quite get on the end of that one. But he does get onto the second ball. Fawcett, head up. Finds Reese over on this near side. He opts to go back to Owen. Switch was on, but it's found Shepherd in the middle. Mendes, physical presence as much as a technical player in the middle. Just following Sheps around a little bit. Great through ball by Shepherd. Over the back line. Fawcett near the byline. Squared. Oh, cleared by Bala. Oh, Dylan Reese nearly pinches it. Shepherd forward to Dylan Reese. Excellent defensive work. Dylan Reese crosses. Oh, too high. Out for a goal kick. Yeah, a tweet has just come up from the Cymru Leagues. Fantastic from Fawcett, and it really was an excellent strike. And as you can see, that's a superb photo. Straight over to his manager. Take a look at it. Straight into Tony Pennock's arms. That would have meant the world to everybody involved there. After a very, very emotional week for Haverfordwest manager Tony Pennock, who didn't join us from the off, sadly lost his father this week. Boys keen to show their tributes, wearing the black armbands tonight, and will be desperate to secure 3 points for their manager. Taborn again, first to the goal kick. Amoun, almost turns a corner and puts Greg Walters in for a through ball. Alaric is having a really good battle over on the far side. Seems to be getting fouled a lot. He's cleared. Linesman pointed for a blue throw. Yeah, it is indeed. It must have been deflected out for a throw there. It's liveling up across the leagues. Newtown have got another one back. So it's 3-2 at Newtown. Flint Town United lead there. Penabont, of course, they've scored. Penabont 2, Barrytown United 1. It's Kano in again with his second of the game. 10 minutes to go there. And ABBA still trailing by 2 goals at Connors Quay. More than happy to see only 1 goal here tonight. Maes Tegid would mean we bring home 3 points less than 20 of normal time to go. Bala still on the attack, throw in. Oh, what superb tackle. Dylan Rees pushes Bala backwards. Oh, fortuitously, it comes off for a little bit of Bala magic there. Benamoun, oh, inches away. Bala centre-half has to clear his lines, and it's gone all the way back to Zach Jones. Not quite theatrical to dive to the floor after catching that one, but I wouldn't mind betting that's that soon from Zach. Zach then. Excellent punt. We'll find Fawcett. Oh. Ricochets off Fawcett to Edwards. To Cagbo, who plays a 1-2 with Edwards. Oh. Dylan has to clear. Out for a throw. Edwards picks it up. Doesn't go early. Back to Cagbo, the right wing back to take. Inside to Mendes. A little bit loose, but Dylan, of course, there to pick up a second ball. Jenkins having a good tussle with 99. Hussein Mahaseb. Fawcett fancies his chances against him. Pulls away. It's fouled. It's a little bit cynical, that ref. A little bit cynical. No card given. Mahaseb is enormous. He's got to be 6'5". Luke Tabone is our tallest player, and he looks a good 2 inches taller. The big man clips Ben Fawcett as he was making his way in front of us here. Brought down. It's a free kick right on halfway line. Jacob Bowen, arms in the air. Great strike of the ball. Looking for Greg Walters down the back post. Good header by Greg. Second ball is cleared. Oh, bit of tennis. 3-on-2 to Bala here at the moment. Oh, good decision by Jacob, but Alric's good defending. Oh, it's ricocheted around. Oh, Benamoun, fantastic touch. Fawcett's been played through, 35 yards out. Good strike. Oh, wide of the far post. Amoun was screaming for it. It was probably the right decision for me to pull the trigger there and have a crack at goal. Unlucky Ben Fawcett for a second. Haverfordwest had backs up against the wall there. 3 Bala attackers on 2. Jacob and Alric dealt with it well. Ended up getting played through for Fawcett. He was almost through on goal, but good defensive work. Showed him sideways, and then he struck it far post. Good angle where I'm sat. Torrance with the goal kick into Haverfordwest half. Of course, won by the Blues, but only as far as White. Now, back to Burke in the middle, out to Edwards, down the right-hand side. Greg Walters almost pinches it back. Can Alric show it out for a corner? Has to play it. Booms it out to the ground. Over on the far side, as you can see on the graphic on screen. I think they'll need to collect another ball that time. There's, I think, a Bala player stripped and ready to come on. Bala's still not got the ball back in play yet. Still a throw in on the far side. He's taking a good run up at this. He has got a good throw. It's well into Bluebird's half. Won by Greg. I think that, yeah, gone straight out for a corner. Good header. First contact, straight out for a corner. I think it's Burke again over on that far side. So it's going to be an out swinger with his right foot. Colin Caton, the manager, still not happy with his troops. Screaming instructions at them. 75.5 minutes played. Burke, right-footed. He's got an option of a short one. Shepherd's coming round to cover. He's going to put this right on the head of Mohaseb. Jumps, headed clear, well by Luke Tabone. Comes out as far as Lasana Mendes. Fronting up with Kyle McCarthy. Good defensive work, McCarthy. It's out for a goal kick. Left-footed cross, straight into the side netting. Not even testing Zach Jones. I'll be disappointed with that one. Big shift still to come from the Blues here. Substitution, and it's absolutely superb to see the return of number 3, Reese Abruzzese, for the final 20-odd minutes of the game. It's Kyle McCarthy who's making way. Probably the right decision. He just seems to be moving a little bit gingerly, Kyle, after a little bit of a knock when he had that strike. Well, went for a shot on goal. So it's Abu, affectionately known as Dave, is making his return with his left wrist heavily strapped up on the left-hand side there. Great to see him back after a spell off following the operation on his wrist that has troubled him for just over a year. He actually broke his wrist the day that we won the playoff final, the day that Dylan Reese last played competitively for the club. So very sentimental here this evening, perhaps. So Abu's on for this final 20. It's going to be a great outlet for us. Fresh legged over on the far left-hand side. Can Abu Magic return? Can he pick up where he left off? Great header by Alaric on the far side. Defensively clears up 20-odd yards, but Bala comes straight back at us. Abu gets his first touch, plays to force it inside to Shepherd. Amun makes the run forward. It's just too much for him. Torrance comes. Oh, went to catch the ball outside his box. He's gone for a knee instead. Play forward. Luke Tabone has headed absolutely everything tonight. He's headed it clear. It's going to go. A free kick is given on the halfway line. Shepherd seemed to be late that time. I think his momentum took him into Burke. Where's he taking that from, ref? Linesman, thank you. Bring it back in. He was trying to get a 10-15 yard advantage there. Corners Key 3, Aberystwyth Town 0. And all of a sudden, Pen and Bont have turned the screw. It's 4-1 in Bridgend. Wow. 6 minutes and 2 goals. Really put the 3 points. That's game over down there. Greg Walters and Tabone combined to clear. Only as far as Burke. He hits it. He can only slice it forward. Amun. Oh, good clearance. Tabone, can he win that one? Yes, he does. To Alaric Jones. It's surely fouled. Pete and Lee Jenkins have a bit of a tussle. This is getting quite feisty here. Shepherd and Burke again tussle. Handbags. Burke has pushed him again. They're going nose to nose. Use your head, Sheppy. Mendes has just put his arms around Dylan Reese's throat. No need for that, Mendes. And if the ref's seen that, he's in trouble. I don't think he did. Has the linesman seen it? His handbag's in the centre circle. Certainly is the closest he's got to Shep's on light on. Zach, you can see the leaders within the Bluebird squad now coming in to take control of matters, settle things down. It all started. Jenkins was taken late on the edge of the box. Burke then was late on Shepherd. Burke then pushed Shepherd. Shepherd pushed Burke. And Mendes has got away with them there for me. It'd be interesting to see whether Scorio shows that one. Mendes put his hands around Dylan Reese's throat. Dylan straight away, he looked at the referee. Yeah, he's having a bit of a chat from the ref. Disappointed in that one. Greg is smiling next to Mendes in his ear, I'm sure. He knows what he's done there. Mendes has got away with one for me. Back underway. Abruzzese, great defensive work, just forcing Bala backwards. Oh, plays forward. Kagbo, good football from Bala. Down the left-hand side to Abadaki. Greg Walters pinches it. He needs to clear. Great work, Greg. Down the line. Just getting some distance for us, but it's out for a throw. Mendes looking to play it quick. Bala not ready. Screaming at his teammates to get it back underway. It's the 19, Kieran Lloyd, who is coming across to take it now. Good thing for the Blues. Don't think we were quite set there, but the ball is in. Mendes hits him in the abdomen. Jenkins, great play, Jenks. Just forces him down a dead end and wins it back. Oh, ball is almost played over the Bala backline. Amun was flying in, but it was just a last-ditch clearance into touch. Pretty much where you can see on the graphic there. Come on, boys. Big 10 minutes and stoppage time to go. Throw in Jacob Owen. Down this near side. Force it. Pete, his hands are all over him. Chance. Okay, Jacob Owen puts one to the skies down the line. Pete's going to come and win that cleanly. Ooh. A little bit of rustiness showing from both sides here. Abruzzese just puts a great little high ball in. Force it, wins his header. Amun inside the 6-yard area. Squares it. Oh, there's not quite any. Abu! Oh, ref. How was that not a free kick on the edge of the box? Walters pinches it back. Great play, Greg Walters. Can he get a shot off? Abruzzese, edge of the box, onto his left. Yes! 2-0 to the Blues. He's back. Get in. 2-0 again. Runs over to Tony Pennock. Embraces pens. Welcome back, Reece Abruzzese. 2-0 to the Bluebirds. Abu nearly struck it with his right, shuffled it to his left, drilled it into the bottom right corner. Up the Blues. 2-0. It's great to see. I love the fact that the boys have headed over to the gaffer after both goals. Big, big embrace. There'll be a big smile on Tony Pennock's face, I'm sure. I absolutely love Friday night football in Bala. What was I complaining about? 82 minutes gone here. It looks to be nearly all over across the grounds now. Flint will pick up the points. They've scored a fourth. It's 4-2 in Newtown. A great win from Lee Fowler's men. I'm so pleased for Reece Abruzzese as well to get a goal. Zach Jones comes to collect as well and now does fall to the ground. I don't want to jinx it, but I'm going to say it. I'm confident. The Blues headed towards another clean sheet here at Bala. Still not updated on the Comet app, the Cymru Football app, I should say. But it is indeed Haverfordwest County 2, Bala 0 at the moment. Oh, that's an almighty pass. Fawcett's in. Fawcett lobs him. Oh, for the bar. It was almost 3. Great vision from Zach Jones. Sees number 9, Ben Fawcett, in and round the back. Keeper was coming. He had to go for the first time strike on the outside of his right boot, up and over the bar. Unlucky Ben. Almost doubled his tally for the night. Jacob Owen winning his battles too. Puts it out for a throw. It's certainly a roll of the dice from the home side. Mendes throws it back to Harrison, the 24, right-footed, cross-fielder. Aaron Edwards, good control by him in midfield. I think he's caught a stray finger in the eye there. Abruzzese and Dylan Reese. Oh, Dylan almost comes away with that too. He's had a great return to action. The skipper. Zach Jones again comes to collect. Dives on the ground. Thank you very much. 2 substitutes coming on for the Blues. Now, Ricky Watts is certainly one of them. And the other is Dan John. He is firing on all cylinders for the development squad at the minute. So it's going to be the introduction of Dan John, I think, and Ricky Watts for the final 6 minutes of normal time, certainly. And there'll be no doubt a couple, I would say. The number of substitutes we've had, 2 or 3. Luke Taborn, good defensive work. Jenkins wins. Oh, good play. Jenks so composed with his header to Walters, who finds Jacob Owen. It goes back to Jenkins. This is absolutely superb play by the Blues here. Absolutely controlling matters. Bala are throwing everything at them. How's everyone's nerves? Abu Daki is fouled by Reece Abruzzese on the far side. Substitutions are going to be made before they can take the free kick. No, Tony Pennock doesn't want to make the change yet before the free kick is taken. Probably the right call there. Wait till we're on the front foot a little bit more, perhaps. So, free kick from the right-hand side. As you can see on screen, it's Mendes, who's done well for the home side since coming on. I wonder why he didn't start. Mendes, right-footed, crosses into a good area, headed and cleared by, I think it was Cody Shepherd who eventually got it clear. Luke Taborn, yet again, great header to clear. Zach's coming for it. Communication, I can't fault it, boys. 10 out of 10. Zach has a chance to come. He hasn't picked it up yet. Malkin does indeed make him play it. Sorry, it's not Malkin. It was Hussein Mehaseb who comes to force Zach to pick it up. Ball in hand. He's looking for Amun. Punts it clear. A little bit of a slice. Much to the amusement of the home side. It's the only thing they've clapped in a long time. Slice. First thing that Zach's done wrong all game, I would say. So substitutions then. Dylan Rees, the skipper, passes the armband on to Corey Shepherd because Ricky Watts is making his way into the pitch, and it's also Ben Fawcett who also makes way. So the two lads who've joined the starting 11 tonight make way. Ricky Watts and Dan John coming on. Dan John, as I said, has been scoring for fun for the development squad. I think he's had 3 or 4 last weekend and weekends before that. So chance for Dan in the first team tonight. Ricky Watts, I'm sure, will come in and just anchor that midfield alongside long-time teammate Greg Walters. All over at Panabon, 4-1 winners. All over at Conisky, 3-0 winners. And Flint have won at Newtown too. As Bala come forward, Jenkins is first to it. Tobone heads it clear. Jacob Owen heads it clear. It's head tennis. Oh, almost forced for Shepherd. Good spin by Harrison. Still keeps going with his run. Sheps pinches his pocket and clears down the line. Amun having a tussle with Harrison there. Pete, right-footed, punts it into an area, but of course Luke DeBorn wins his header to Walters. Great play by Walters, calm and composed, flicks it out to Watsy. Fresh legs. He's put Amun in. Amun gets onto it inside the penalty area on the far side. Oh, ref, surely he's being rugby tackled. Dan John picked his pocket inside the box. Out for a corner. Ref, it's got to be a corner, surely. Yeah, the Blues are coming forward. It's a corner. We are approaching 88 minutes on the clock. 2-0. I'm confident. Do we go for a third or do we play it safe? Greg is making his way over. There's 2 Bala defenders around him. It's Abruzzese on the ball. Referee is ushering the Bala defenders to come back. Greg gets it. Greg puts his body on the line. Bala do indeed kick it out for a throw-in. Mendes throws it down in a little bit of temper. Thought he'd won the free kick. The throw-in, sorry. But Greg again receives it at Abruzzese. Greg, experience, just kicks it calmly against Mendes' shins. And out for another throw. Just kill the clock, boys. Kill the clock. Abu back to Greg. Mendes has done well and has won it that time. Comes away with it. Good football from Bala to get out of there. But all they can do is clear it as far as Luke Tobone. Well in the Bala half. Watsy is second best of the tackle. Sabbo, good forward ball. Shepherd. Superb. Dan John nearly wins it. Watts, free kick. He's going to pick up a yellow card. Number of players colliding with each other here. Again, a few tempers on show from the home side. Aaron Edwards is right up in Corey Shepherd's face and Ricky Watts. They're not happy. Aaron Edwards is right up in Ricky Watts. Ref, got to deal with it. Watts is just pushing him away, but he keeps coming back, having a go at him. Thought that was more than a foul, but I think yellow was about right. Watsy was late to get there, but has made it. 4 minutes identified by the 4th official. Burke is 35 yards out. I don't think he's shooting from where he is. To the left-hand side of the goal, similar location to where the visual on screen is showing. There's all sorts of wrestling going on the far side. Bala goes short. Jacob Owen in front of him. Chance, right-footed cross. It's wide, deep. Won by Pete. Head cleared. Alaric Jones clears. Back to Mendes near the halfway line. Dan John loses the dummy. Mendes again coming forward. He's trying to do it all on his own. Plays it sideways. Abadaki dummies the cross. Inside. Chance to shoot potentially by Burke. No, goes sideways again. Clipped into an area. Headed clear by Corey Shepherd. Unmarked. Don't know who that was aimed for. Out to Mendes. 25 yards out. On this near side. Abadaki. Good tackle. Corey Shepherd. Greg Walters pinches it. Home side have won themselves a free kick. 3 minutes of stoppage time still to go. Big 3 minutes for the boys. Come on. Again, the home side just getting things ready to put it in an area. Everyone forward for Bala. Only the keeper in their half. Mendes with the right foot. The referee's got to keep an eye on things in the box. There's all sorts of collisions. Shoots. Not far off, but it is over the bar. Wasn't too far off. Don't think shooting from that angle for me was the right choice. It's throwing the kitchen sink at it. They got nearly every single player in the box, and he shoots for the far corner. Would have taken something special to beat Zach from there. Zach ready to take his goal kick. Too quick for my liking, that one. To his goal kick, sorry, I should say. Ball is cleared. Over on the far side. It's going to run through. Alaric gets the second ball. Punts clear down the left-hand side. There's member of staff from Bala Town here, Ruth Crump, leaves the conservatory area alongside me. Not looking too happy at tonight's potential full-time scoreline. Down the left-hand side, Abruzzese. It's come off a Bala play. It's going to go all the way out for a throw-in, right in deep territory of Bala. Abruzzese just skips over a ball, going to get the football furthest away. Referee's not having it, calls him back. Abu then going to get us back underway, looking for Amoun in the corner. Watsy, the man, is just gone over Watsy's head and out for a goal kick. 93 on the clock, 60 seconds remain of this one. It was a mammoth task coming up to Bala on a Friday night. 222 miles round trip and going into the final 60 seconds, and the ball is comfortably in Zach Jones' possession. Abadaki has run through the back of Jacob Owen. Home fans not happy. Why has he done that? Gives away a free kick.
Hey ref, how's that the free kick? But it wasn't a penalty before.
Zach Jones taking his time to bring this goal kick back into play. 93 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock. 20 seconds away now. Surely no more drama. I will take 2-0 all day long. Come on, ref. Come on, ref. We are coming to the close. Alaric Jones with a throw-in for the Blues over on the far left-hand side. There's a ball on the pitch. Alaric can't wait to slow things down. Tabone has made no effort to go and get it. Even better, a steward is. Referee's identifying he stopped the watch. But it's literally all over you, surely. Alaric throws forward. Heads straight back into touch. Oh, I thought he was going to go for the whistle then. Another look at the watch from the man in charge. Again, throw in then. Alaric down the touchline. Won by Watsy. Good header by the substitute. Flicks it on, but Bala has put it straight back into touch. Surely now, ref. That is time. Surely. Alaric is being asked to take the throw. In it comes. Forward. Again, won by Watsy. Great header. Shepherd, halfway line. Just calmly pushes it out to Jacob Owen. And, ladies and gentlemen, there is the full-time whistle. To the frustration of the home supporters sat in front of us, we have come to the end of this evening's action. Big, big smiles all round. What I will say, our next fixture is next Saturday, week tomorrow, home to Connors Quay Nomads, before a first Cymru Premier trip up the M4 to Britain Ferry, Llantsawel, the following Tuesday. I'll say a massive thank you to everyone who has joined us across all platforms of the Bluebird's Nest live tonight. Very best wishes go to Christian Norton of Ballatown, who had a nasty leg injury in the first half. Speedy recovery for him. But as I said, very, very pleasing result here. I'm sure Tony Pennock will have had several wry smiles tonight and looked up to the stars as Bluebird supporters head home with 3 more points on the board. Absolutely superb. Extremely good to be saying that the full-time score in Bala is Ballatown 0, Haverfordwest County 2. This is the Bluebird's Nest Live, signing off, over and out.